So today we're going to talk about IntelliBond and, more importantly, the implementation of IntelliBond within the GFLI database. Now, before we get started into that, I briefly want to recap you on what IntelliBond is and a little bit of a history. Now, when we look at the history, we actually have a history of being pioneers. When we look at the hydroxy trace minerals, we are the inventor of that specific group of trace minerals, inventing them in the 90s. And along with that, we're very committed to our scientific approach. We have over 250 trials completed within our product portfolio of IntelliBond across species, allowing us to position these type of products in many different situations and scenarios. Next to that, we validate our promises independently. With those 250 trials, we have over 150 of those trials actually peer-reviewed in different scientific journals. More importantly, we also care about our planet, and that is a little bit what today is about as well. So we completed our LCAs on IntelliBond, some specific for specific species and some more general related to the product itself. All this combined actually makes us the ideal partner of choice for these specialty trace minerals. Now, to talk a little bit about what IntelliBond is, I want to go a little bit scientific. I'm not too much into chemistry myself, but it's important to understand the chemistry behind these products in order to establish what they can offer. So when you look at the molecular structure of these products, they have bond structures that you can also see in organic trace mineral, which we call covalent bonds or double bonds. The best way to explain this is looking at how you can hold a basketball. If you hold a basketball in one hand, it obviously won't be as strong as holding your basketball by two hands. That's exactly what you see in these type of products as well. What makes these hydroxy or IntelliBond trace minerals unique is their crystal structure. The best way to explain this is that you can see this crystal structure as the layers in a lollipop. A lollipop is sugar, but when you consume or lick a lollipop, it doesn't release all of the sugar at once. The same thing happens with the IntelliBond trace minerals. It releases the trace mineral bound layer by layer throughout digestion. Now, next to that, we have our patented OptiSize technology, allowing for a free-flowing, easy-to-use product. Now, I said today is not only about IntelliBond, it's also about sustainability. And sustainability in our marketplace is becoming increasingly important. Actually, I argue sustainability is becoming a license to operate. The downside of this trend is that we are also seeing an increased concept which we call greenwashing, which is giving false impressions of the environmental impact or benefits of a product. Now, as I mentioned before, for us it's important to validate every claim that we make, and for that we initiated our LCAs, or our LCA projects. Now, we have a couple of LCAs already for our products, but most importantly, and that's what we want to discuss today, we have our IntelliBond now listed within the GFLI database. This actually makes it the world's first branded trace mineral source, which can then independently be found by our end users. Now, the team that's been working on this from Chow's perspective are the following, and you will actually listen to Kevin Perryman today discussing a little bit more what it is that this benefit is or what this brings for our end users when we start talking about IntelliBond and GFLI. But we went through this project in very close collaboration with GFLI themselves, most importantly with Claudia Meusen and with Laura Nobel. Now, for today, we've actually invited Claudia to give a little bit more of a background as to what GFLI now actually is able to offer.